Hey loves, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So our project today is going to be some splash shorts. I will be using a 5mm crochet hook and worsted weight yarn, stitch markers, and scissors. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Let's get your 5mm crochet hook. We're going to go ahead and get started with our band. So go ahead and make a slip knot. All right, and we are going to chain the width that you want your band to be. So I am going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then plus 2. So whatever length that you want your band to be, go ahead and chain that, and then add 2 chains from there. Once you have done that, we are going to do a half double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. So flip over. I work in the back bumps. You can just go into the 1, 2, 3. You can either go underneath this loop here, or you can work in the back bumps with me. So we're going to do a half double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook, which will be here. Right, and then we're going to make a half double crochet into the next chain, and we are going to repeat this all the way down. Right, so go ahead and put 1 half double crochet into each chain until you have made it to the end. So we'll go ahead and get that done. All right, so we have got to our last chain. Right, so we are going to chain 2, flip our work, and we're going to be working in the back loops. So this is the front loop, this is the back loop. We're going to be going underneath that back loop. So we're going to make a back loop half double crochet. Yarn over, go underneath that back loop, pull up your yarn over, and pull through all 3. And we are going to repeat this all the way down. So you are going to yarn over, go under the back loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So continue this all the way down, and we are going to repeat this row for the length that we want our band to be. So it should go around your waist. So continue doing this until it goes around your waist, and make sure you stretch it. You want it stretched. And you just keep doing the chain 2 and then the back loop half double crochets. And I will meet you guys back once you have completed that portion. All right, so I have finished my band. So now what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this attached. So on my last row, I chained up 1. Right, and then we're going to go ahead and get this attached here. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go under this first stitch on the other side. And then we're going to go under the first stitch on this side. Both loops, excuse me, we're going to make a single crochet. All right, you can also work over this tail as well. So we're going to repeat that. We're going to go underneath the first stitch and then the first stitch on this side. And we're going to repeat this until we have gotten all the way down. Once we have gotten all the way down, you're going to go ahead and chain up 1 and cut, and then I'll meet you guys back for the next step. All right, so I did go ahead and I got that hemmed up there. This is wrong side up. It's going to be where your seams are. We are going to turn it right side up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our main color. Right, we're going to make a slip knot, right? And you also now want to get your 5.5mm crochet hook. So you can insert your hook anywhere on your band, so wherever you feel comfortable. I am going to put it, because I like to keep all my seams lined up, just right here where I just got through seaming it up. So I'm just going to insert here, and I'm going to go ahead and attach my splash yarn, and that's the name of it. All right, and we're going to chain up one. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to go into this first row right here, and we're going to make a single crochet. All right, and then we're going to go into the next row. We're going to make 2 single crochets. Okay, and then we're going to go into this next row here, and we're going to make 1 single crochet. And next row here, we're going to make 2 single crochets. All right, so we're going to repeat this all the way around, alternating between 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets. And then once you get around, I will meet you guys back, and I'll let you know what we're going to be doing next. All right, so I have made it back around. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and slip stitch into the chain 1 that we did. All right, and then we're going to chain 1. All right, so we're going to go into the first stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. Make sure your tension is not too tight when we're doing these, just to make sure we're able to work through each one, and then once we get to our next row as well. So just make sure it's not too tight. You want to kind of lift it up just a little. But we're going to do a single crochet there. All right, and then in the same stitch, we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to pull up a loop. Again, watch your tension. We're going to go into the next stitch, insert hook, and pull up a loop. Next stitch, insert hook, and pull up a loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all of those, and we're going to chain 1. All right, now we're going to go into the same stitch we just got through working in. We're going to insert our hook, and we're going to pull up a loop. Next stitch, we're going to insert our hook, pull up a loop. Next stitch, insert hook, pull up loop. And you're going to pull through all 4 of those and chain 1. Right, and we are going to keep doing this all the way around. And then once you get around, I will show you what we are going to be doing next. So go ahead and get this second row of your main color completed, and I'll meet you guys in a moment. All right, so I have made it back around. So when we get to our last one, remember we are not going to chain 1. Instead of the chain 1, we are going to do a single crochet into that same stitch. Right, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 here. And then we're going to chain 1. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into that first stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. Remember watching that tension there. If you need to, you can use stitch markers just to see where you made your first single crochet for when you come back around. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into that same stitch that we just did the single crochet in. We're going to insert our hook. We're going to bring up a loop. We're going to go to our next stitch, insert hook, bring up a loop. Next stitch, insert hook, bring up a loop. And then we're going to pull through all 4. And then we're going to do a chain 1. Again, make sure you watch your tension on these. Don't make it too tight, okay? So we are going to repeat this all the way around, and you are going to continue doing this pattern until you get to your inseam. So go ahead and continue doing this pattern, and then when you get to your inseam, I will let you know how many rows I have have for mine, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I am done with the body portion of the short. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and work on the inseam. I have already put my stitch markers where they need to be, so I'm just going to explain this to you. So you want to measure your inseam length and width. This is going to be the width of it, so I just marked off five spaces here, 5 spaces on this side as well. So you're going to go ahead and measure that, mark it off, make sure both of your legs can fit on each side, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the inseam portion of it. All right, you do want to make sure that your work is right side up when you're doing this. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and make a slip knot. All right, and then we're going to insert our hook on our first stitch marker here, so we can go ahead and take that out. All right, and we're going to chain 1. Okay, and then in that same stitch that you just attached to, we're going to do a half double crochet in that. Okay, next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet, and make sure you work over your tail. All right, so that is 2. Here is 3, 4, and 5th one is going to go in the same one where the stitch marker is in. All right, we can go ahead and take that stitch marker out. All right, so we're going to chain 2, flip our work. All right, and we're going to work in the back loops. So we're going to do a half double crochet in that first stitch, back loop, half double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way around with back loop, half double crochets. And you're going to repeat this until you have reached the desired length that you want your inseam to be. So go ahead and complete this row with, you're going to turn your work, and then you're going to work in the back loops, making a half double crochet. And I will meet you guys back once you have got to your desired length. So go ahead and pause the video for that. All right, so I have done the inseam, so we're going to go ahead and attach it to the other side. So I did about 9 rows of the half double crochet. At the end, I just chained 1 just so I can go ahead and attach it to this side here. So we're going to go into the first stitch that we have. You can take your stitch marker out, right, and then place your hook in there. You're going to pull through. I'm going to go ahead and chain up 1 here. All right, so in the very first one, we are going to go into the same place that we just got through slip stitching, and then we're going to go into the first stitch here, and you're going to do a single crochet. All right, and then we're going to go into the next one. You're going to go into the next stitch on this side, next stitch on this side, and do a single crochet. And we're going to repeat this all the way down. Once you have made it to the end, you're going to chain up 1 and cut. Then I will let you know what we're going to be doing after this. All right, so now we're going to work on the leg part. So go ahead and make a slip knot. All right, and we are going to be attaching to one side of the leg. So I am going to actually attach it to like the middle part. That way my inseam is on the inside of the leg and it'll be a little hidden. So I am going to attach it just here in the middle. Right, and we're gonna chain up one. All right, so we're gonna go right back into where we just slip stitched. All right, and we're gonna make a single crochet. All right, we're gonna go into the next row here. So this was the row that we started on. We're gonna go into this row here and we're gonna make a single crochet. All right, and we're gonna go into the next row and we're gonna make a single crochet. All right, and we're gonna go into the next row and we're gonna make a single crochet. All right, and the next row we're gonna make a single crochet. All right, next row we're gonna make that single crochet. All right, and then next here we're gonna make a single crochet. Now we're starting on the body, so here where it kind of meets, we're gonna make a single crochet here. All right, and now with these, we already have our stitches, so we're just gonna make a single crochet into each stitch around. So repeat this, and then I will meet you guys back once we have gotten to the last stitch. All right, so I have made it back around and I have finished my last stitch. So we're gonna slip stitch into the chain one that we did. All right, and then we're going to chain one. All right, and we're going to do this previous row for another 5 rows. So we're going to do 5 more rows of single crochets. So go ahead and get your 5 rows done, and then I will meet you guys back after your 5th row. Single crochets. All right, so I have made it back around. I have done 6 rows total with the single crochet. So what we're going to do is this would be my last stitch. This is the chain one here. So we are going to change colors now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attach the white yarn. Just go between those 2 loops on your last stitch. All right, make your slip knot. Right, and then pull the white yarn through, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain one. All right, and then we're going to chain one. All right, and then you can go ahead and pull the blue there. So this is our first stitch. I did use a stitch marker for that. We're going to go ahead and take that out. All right, and then we're going to work over our tail and then a little bit of the blue. All right, so first stitch, we're going to make a single crochet. All right, now what we're going to do is now we're going to look at the second stitch and we're going to go not in this stitch, but we're going to go in the stitch below. So this is the second stitch, so we're not going under here. We're going right below it. All right, so we're going to make a single crochet and make sure you pull it up till you get to this stitch so you can go ahead and do your single crochet. All right, and then we're going to go to the third stitch. So this will be 1, 2, 3 rows down, and we're going to make a single crochet. And make sure you're pulling it up when you're doing your single crochet, or otherwise it'll be kind of stumped down. So just kind of pull it up like this so it's straight, your work is straight, and then go ahead and do your single crochet. All right, fourth stitch, we're going to go 4 rows down. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and we're going to insert our hook there. We're going to pull up that loop again, make sure you're pulling it all the way up, and then make your single crochet. I'm going to drop off my blue yarn here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're going to start here in the next stitch. We're going to do a single crochet under that stitch. All right, and then same thing that we did over here. In the next stitch, you're going to go down to the second one, and we're going to go ahead and do a single crochet. All right, and we're going to repeat this all the way down, or all the way around, I'm sorry, until we get to our last stitch, and I will meet you guys back once you have gotten all the way around your leg portion of it. All right, so I have made it back around, and this is how it should look so far. So I am on my last stitch. What we're going to do is, all right, you go ahead and complete that last stitch. We're going to pull this up here a little bit, and then we're going to insert our hook under these 2 loops. All right, and we're going to go ahead and change colors back to your main color. All right. So make that slip knot, and we're going to pull through, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1. So this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then there's that chain here. All right, go ahead and pull your white thread or yarn. All right, and then we're going to chain 1. All right, so we're not going to work over that. I'm going to cut that in a bit. So we're just going to work over our tail here. All right, so we're going to make a single crochet into the first stitch. And this is giving me some difficulty here. Got it. All right, and we're going to make a single crochet into the second stitch. All right, single crochet into the third stitch, and we're going to repeat this all the way around. So we're basically going to do our last 7 rows that we've done. So we had 6 rows of the single crochets, and then we have our special stitch row here, the spike stitch. We're going to do that. We're going to do another 5 rows for the single crochet, and then we're going to repeat with the spike stitch. So I want you to do that the length that you want your shorts to be. If you need to try it on as you're kind of going through, you can do that to see how long you want it to be. But we're going to do 5 rows of the single crochet in the main color. Secondary color, we're going to do the drop stitch with. So go ahead and get that completed. And then I'm going to meet you guys back after I've got the length that I want my shorts to be. All right, so I am just going to show you just to make sure that everything is lining up. So I've already changed colors, slip stitched, and then we're going to go ahead and start with the spike stitch. So here I got my first single crochet, and it's lining up with this one. All right, and then the next one you want to go into second stitch, so the second row, and do that single crochet, and then you want to follow up with the third stitch. And you want to just make sure that your spike stitches are lining up with your previous ones here. So go ahead and again, just continue to do this these last 6 rows of repeat, and then just do it the length of whatever you want your shorts to be, and then I will meet you guys back. Alright, so I have completed 3 of the spike stitch rows. So that's as far as I'm going to go with my shorts, and everything you did on this side, you also want to do it on this side. I have already got mine done for both sides. So make sure everything that you did on this side, you want to do the same thing here. So go ahead and finishing this off. We're going to go ahead and get our main color. Go ahead and make a slip knot. All right, and then just attach anywhere after you have tied everything off, just attach anywhere on that last row that you've done. All right, and then we are going to chain up 1. All right, and then in that next stitch over, you're going to make a single crochet. All right, next stitch, another single crochet. All right, next stitch, a single crochet. And then we're going to repeat all the way around single crochets, and then I will meet you back once we have gotten to the last stitch. All right, so I'm at the last stitch, so we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the first single crochet that we did. I'm going to chain up 1 and cut. All right, and go ahead and weave in that tail. All right, and then also you're going to do the same thing for the other side as well. All right, so I got both sides done. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this tutorial today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys next time on my next tutorial that I'll be putting out. All right, you guys be blessed.